Hello everybody, Dr. Rick here, dropping in on you. Hope everybody is having an unbelievable day. That's always going to be my wish, that no matter what's going on, you're having a great day. Even if you're not, you're still breathing, you're still in the fight. Look, I'm not going to be long, leaving the office, about to head to the gym, but I did want to talk to you about something. I think kind of just looked at it and it sort of just rang with me, so I decided to share it with you guys. Before I do, I have to remind you that we are in the midst of a fundraiser and we do need your support with programs like Black Men Lead, especially. The link for that is in there. Also, you can give to the organization through our Cash App. But Black Men Lead, Restoring Ghetto's Forgotten Daughter, Music is Life, Black Community Empowerment Initiative, and more. We've been doing work for decades, and we are still in need of support, especially with Black Men Lead. If you followed me, you know the work I do. I don't have to go into details, but we need your support. All right. And this is going to be brief. This is going to be right to the point. You've been hearing me talk a lot lately about the black gender war, this thing that's going on between black men and black women. That's actually something that's been created and pushed by a system that want to see us implode, that want to see us at each other's throat, and want to see us believing that we don't need the other and that the other is the problem. The truth of the matter is that there's enough culpability to go around. Black men, we have failed in many different ways. And it is showing by the increasing number of black males that are failing to measure up to the standard, the increasing number of black males that are becoming victims and falling victim and prey to mass incarceration, miseducation, and more. The increasing number of black men who are becoming domestic abusers, the increasing number of black men who are committing suicide. We are failing. Black women, you have culpability as well in the acquiescing to a system that marginalizes the black man and pits you against him. This is not to eradicate your real experiences and pains and hurts that are directly connected to black men. This is not what this is about. This is not to give a black man a pass, but it's to sit up and say that we both play roles in our realities, and we have to look within ourselves and see how we play a role in that. Our daughters are showing up short of the bar. Our daughters are also committing suicide. Our daughters are also out here measuring themselves on a very superficial level because culture is pushing it. We are failing on both ends, but that's not why I'm here. Why I'm here now is I want to show you how, while we are going at each other's throat, the system is just simply using the disconnect as a mechanism or an opportunity to go in and really destroy us. Let me tell you something. When that shooter in Buffalo showed up at that store, he didn't care whether he was shooting black women or black men. We were black to him. And that's how we are seen. We're seen as black. And while they deal with black men many times differently than they deal with black women, the discrimination is always there, the hatred is always there, the mishandling and misuse and mistreatment is always there. And keep in mind that whether you are a black male or a black female, if you are procreating, you're going to produce male and female. In statistically speaking, you may only have male or may only have female, but the chances are you have multiple kids. At some point, you're going to have a boy and a girl or more, and they're going to need you to be whole. They're going to need you to know how to love them. They're going to need you to know how to teach them. They're going to need you to know how to be able to get along with the opposite sex. They're going to need to see healthy relationships. They're going to need to see love. They're going to need to see that. We can't consistently continue to move forward in where we're at and not see how we're playing into the hands of the enemy. We've got to do better. I could talk about this for a while, but I think that we are going to have to understand that we need to heal first. That means we need to heal from the hurts and pains that we've experienced individually and personally. And then we need to grow together and learn how to build in a way that we can trust one another. We're going to have to be willing to own our mess. And that's both sides. We're going to need to be able to sit up and say, you know what? I could have done this, or I should have done this, or we should have done this, and we didn't. And this is what we get for it. And this is where we're at right now. And you know, hey, it's always somewhere, someone, or something to blame. It's always the way you can look at things and you can see it. And it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. What does mean is that at the end of the day, we're responsible for who we are as individuals. That means we're responsible for who we are as a collective. And that way the world is set up, the way we are designed, the very law of nature says we need one another. We need one another, and we're never going to escape that need. And so we are going to have to learn how to grow strong together. And that's not going to be easy. Trust me, I know. I see the pain. I deal with this every day. I am working with both male and females to get their lives together. And I see the hurt and the, and everything that's happening, what's going on. So I understand that. But that cannot be an excuse to fail for us to fail to come together. That cannot be the reason why our children have no future. We have to get beyond it because our children need us to. They need to know how to connect with one another because they're going to need one another. And they can't sit up and say, well, the dysfunction is just being passed down, so I'll just go ahead and be dysfunctional too. I'll sit up and say I hate them, but I'm going to procreate with them. So now we are creating babies and generations amidst a vitriolic, hate-filled environment because we won't heal. You know, it's not like we're saying we hate each other and it's their fault and nobody's coming together. We are creating babies in the midst of all of this and expecting things to actually improve. That's on us. We've got to do better. So I just had to talk on that. I'm not going to drag it out, but I had to talk on it. I had to bring it out. That's all I can sit up and say. That wasn't, that shooter wasn't going in and said, okay, I'm getting all black women or that, you know, whatever. He shot black women, black men of all ages. I mean, I think the oldest was an 86-year-old grandmother and another 70-something-year-old grandmother. But he shot young black males too. He shot a retired black police officer, a male, a father of 3, who was simply trying to work in a way that he could continue to take care and support his family. That is what he did, and it didn't matter whether they were male or female. We're going to have to learn how to understand who we are and what we're up against because we need each other. On that note, I'm done with that. Don't forget to support our work. Look in the description box, find the link, and support the work that we do. If you don't want to give through the link, you can always give through the organization's Cash App account, which is also in the description box. On that note, I'm out of here.